With the bang, the explosives vanished, and the mission was a total bust. Who knew a female team member would take them away? Talk about the real plot twist. Lost her husband, she's focused on revenge like a movie heroine, caring not about missions. Others tried to stop her, but it was too late. But then, all of a sudden, boom. It was deafening. Abe blew a giant's leg. Wasted explosives, laughably ineffective. Watching it attack again. Pure comedy. Alan, overwhelmed by rage, charged like a movie superhero. Dodging giants till he found his chance. But the giant didn't care. When Alan was feeling triumphant, he got bitten. Not eaten, but lost a leg. How unlucky. Flung onto a rooftop, Armin was frantic seeing what happened. But the next second, the giant snuck up and grabbed him just when you thought it couldn't get worse. Armin desperately swung his sword, but to the giant. It was like a gentle acupuncture session, totally ineffective. Watching his friend get eaten, Alan was heroic. One-legged stand. Astonishing. He flew into the giant's mouth, saving Armin at the last moment, but became its lunch. Just an arm left in front of Armin, unbelievable. Inside, the stomach filled with acidic fluid, witnessing a comrade being digested was absolutely a hilarious sight. I'll eradicate you. To one's surprise, the giant actually shuffled right over to Stanley. Just as he was about to strike Stanley, the giant suddenly sensed something was off. Something was about to pop out. Oh boy, talk about drama. Suddenly, bang. The giant exploded. Whoa, a supergiant, now that's spectacular. Alan's power finally awakened, leaving everyone terrified as he dealt with the ordinary giants. The regular giants were no match, getting knocked over in an instant, but Alan was wiped out. It was like being in a sci-fi flick. They sliced through the flesh and gasped as they found Alan. They couldn't believe it, but little did they know the captain up top had the big secret. It seemed everything was part of his plan. To awaken the giant power, he stabbed his own heart. How wild. Finally, the legendary giant appeared, and Alan took down all the giants, but boy, did he stir up trouble. Eyed up by the commander, how can humans turn into giants? For them, this was a terrifying threat. Centuries ago, the giants almost wiped out humanity, and it's no good news now. Alan had to be eliminated, but Armin jumped in at the last second. What a struggle among friends. He couldn't just stand by, remembering their sweet past. It's a real tearjerker. Out of rage, the order to fire was issued, but Armin jumped in front. Normally, it's just a comedy, but he wasn't about to let Alan die. But Old White didn't care one bit. It's a real downer. Suddenly, a loud bang and a smart giant appeared, turning Old White into meat pie. The armored giant was tougher than nails, not a single scratch from bullets. Amidst the fury, the armored giant whisked Alan away, and the team took some heavy hits. Difficult days ahead. But now the major headache was the lack of explosives. Armin had a light bulb moment. What about the unexploded dud from their village? They were driving a truck towards the destination to collect the dud ammunition, and after Armin's modifications, it would transform into a powerful missile. Absolutely a Hollywood blockbuster-worthy scenario. When Alan woke up, he found it was Captain Fukushima who saved him with so many secrets. The scientists from a century ago actually experimented to create terrifying giants. Call it science gone mad. The human-giant war has erupted. This plot is straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. Who knew it was all a grand scheme by the rulers, covering everything including the giants? To retain their power, they stifled human progress and technology. It's like a soap opera plot. People forgot their fear and wanted to escape. The walls a real threat to the rulers. Just then, the giants reappeared, not an accident, but a deliberate crash. That's when Captain Fuji decided to use Alan's giant power to end all of this unbelievable. Upon meeting the Survey Corps, they were all heroes in action, super capable. Alan thought they were there to patch the walls, but their gear was cutting-edge doomsday tech. After all the prep work was done, everyone set off. Let's go. On the way, they bumped into Armin, and Captain Fuji was keen on using that missile. But when he revealed his target, everyone was stunned to blow up the second wall. Let the giant surge into battle. Unthinkable, Alan would never accept it. Having seen the commoners die at the hands of the giants, he wouldn't allow such a tragedy to repeat. But Captain Fuji stood firm, claiming freedom comes with sacrifices. It's truly heartbreaking. Furious, Alan swore to stop this madness. But with one blow, he was knocked down, with gasps ringing in his ears, a true ambush. But suddenly, a steel rope shot in, Dazhurang leaped in, creating an escape for his friends. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. More excitement awaits you.